everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? Have you been having a good week? I hope you have. I have been having a great week. So much going on, you guys. There's so much. My to-do list just gets longer every day, but I'm so excited. So many good things are coming and happening. Hey, Miriam and Janine. Hello. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good week? Happy Wednesday. It is going to be a fun story time, you guys. It's going to be different, but we're getting almost all the same things in, but Miss Michelle's going to try not to chit-chat too much because I want to make sure we can talk to our special guest tonight. I know I'm bringing a guest on and we even tested it, so I think it's gonna work. So happy hump day, Brandy. Hello. Hi, Laura. Hello. Hey, Stasia and baby Xander. Hello. And Mama Jennifer. Hey, Karen. How are you doing? Hey, Jason and Allie and Kim. Hello. Janine, you started preschool. Oh, I love preschool. I loved it so much. Hey, Kane and Jasmine. You're going to love it, I promise. Hey, Kira. Hey, Nicole. And your friend Cordelia. Hi, Cordelia. Ooh, I got some news for you. Hey, Johnson boys. Hello. Hey, Clara and Willa and Megan and Xander and Rebecca and Carrie and Zeke and Eli and Denise. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hey, Kayla in Missouri. Hello. Helen, Hazel, and Keith. Hello. And Kennedy's first time watching. Hi, Kennedy. Oh, I'm so glad you joined us. I hope you keep coming back. Hello. Hey, Leanne. Oh, we're going to have a lot of positivity tonight. Hey, Indiana, Jessica and Indiana, and hey, Chloe and Tasha. Hello. Okay, so if you're brand new to Storytime Live, it's going to be a little different this week, but that's okay. Different's okay. It's mostly the same, but I got to talk a little shorter. Miss Michelle likes to talk a little bit more. But what we're going to do first, in a few minutes, I'm going to play our theme song. After that, I'm going to tell you just a teensy little bit about the week and I'll talk about the book afterwards. Then we're going to do Storytime Live Love. Then I'm going to read the book. And then I'm going to bring the author on to answer a few questions and talk about how I know her and really fun stuff, you guys. You're going to love her. And her book is so cool. You'll see. So anyway, without any further ado, hey, Adeline and Logan and Liam, Owen and Finn and the Smith crew is in the house and Jasmine and Jade. Hello. And Tiffany. Oh, I'm on YouTube. What? Okay, so here we go. Let me get to my theme song because again, I got to stay on task tonight. I don't want us to run out of time. Here we go. You know what I want you to do? I want you to sing it if you know it. Here we go. Okay, there's a few little things I want to tell you guys about. M is for Monster. What If I Know My ABCs is going to be out sometime in October. So excited. What If Monster Plush? I literally just talked to the woman right before story time and he is in their warehouse, which means he's made it to port. He made it to the warehouse. Then it goes to me. It ships to me next. So we got all our monsters coming. So all your pre-orders are going to be shipping soon. Okay, so then I was emailing her and I said, I want to get a quote. For a Bob plush and a Cordelia plush. You also, I'm not even giving a time frame when this will happen because Bob's 10-year anniversary is next year, so I want a Bob for next year. Her anniversary doesn't come for a while, but I'm not waiting because we're getting our Cordelia doll back, y'all. We're getting her back. So I just want to let you know that. So that's what's going on in my world with my book stuff. Anything else? The What If Monster Hoodie fundraiser. I was supposed to have one. Where is it? I forgot. That's okay. What If Monster Hoodie fundraiser starting on September 15th. It runs for 2 weeks, so don't worry about that. You will have time to get those hoodies. It comes only once a year for 2 weeks. Get your hoodies or you got to wait till next year. And last thing that I need to tell anybody, I'm going to get my daughter soon. Going to get my daughter and her husband and my baby. I mean her baby. Whatever. Anyway, woo-hoo. Can you imagine the first time I get to bring that baby on Storytime Live? I know. Okay, Miss Michelle, calm down. Now we're going to do Storytime Live Love, and then we're going to read the book. If you don't know what Storytime Live Love is, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it, and you know what? I got to go back to your comments because I've been missing them. And I'm going to, Natalia's baby was born. I know Miss Natalia's baby was born. So that is great. Hi, Noah and Lily. Hello, hello. So now we're going to do Storytime Live Love. Let me just walk you through it. Okay, we're going to put some love and energy into the universe, and all I want you to do is walk along, is do what I say, and if you think there is anybody that needs some extra love and caring and healing, I want you to think about them. I want you to think about their face. I want you to imagine them. I want you to think their name in your head. It might be somebody that's kind of sad, somebody that's kind of mad, somebody that's not feeling well, somebody that might have had something really sad happen this week. And I know who I'm going to send my Storytime Live Love to. It's going to be Miss Chandra. She had something really sad happen to her. It's not my place to tell any details, but some sad stuff happened. So if you got some extra love, please send it and healing to Miss Chandra. And we're going to do this. Just do what I say at the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes. Put your hands over your heart and take a deep breath. And let it out and slow it down. Miss Michelle talks fast, I know. Let's take one more big breath. All right. Now, we're going to generate some big, giant amount of love and caring and healing out there to everybody in the world that needs it right now. So if you think of anybody that you know needs it, and I'm going to think of Miss Chandra, you think of whoever you might need it. And if you need it yourself, you can ask for it. And if you don't know anybody, you just send all that extra love out there to anybody that needs it, okay? Now, I want you to think your happiest thought, right? Something that just makes you feel so, so good. Maybe for you today, you got to meet your teacher. Maybe you started school this week and you love your teacher and you can't even wait to go back tomorrow. Or maybe you already went back to school and you love your gym teacher. Or maybe you love recess. Or maybe you met a new friend. Or maybe you haven't started school yet and you start next week and you can't wait to meet your new friend. And maybe that makes you so happy. And that feeling, that kind of goosebumpy feeling that makes you so happy, that's love inside of you. And I want you to let that grow bigger and brighter until it is shooting beams of light and love and healing and joy right outside of your body. And think about it so much that it gets so much brighter that it shoots out of the building that you're in. And bigger and brighter, and it shoots whoosh, just like that. Out of your body, out of your room, out of the building you're in, and all that love, light, and energy is already surrounding the whole wide world. And those people right now, I'm getting the goosebumps just thinking about it, that needed all of that love and light and energy, they're getting it right now, and it's all combined, and it's so much more powerful when we do it together. But always remember how powerful you are just by yourself. When you want to stop and send that love out into the world, you're making such a huge difference. It makes all the difference because love is the most important thing. All right, and I think Storytime Live Love is the perfect segue into our book, Footprints Across the Planet. Now, Miss Jennnifer Swanson, I met her in Decatur, Georgia at a book event, at a SCBWI book event, and we talked, and whoo, she has been making books like crazy, you guys. She makes so many books, and she makes nonfiction books. Now, Miss Michelle, specializes in fiction books, because is there anything real? Is there really a what if monster in this world? Like a breathing what if monster? Nope. My books, I make up from my imagination. And I tell you guys that, like Cordelia can fly, but I make that up. Miss Jennnifer writes books about things that are real. So I write fiction, and Miss Jennnifer writes nonfiction books for kids. Isn't that cool? So I know my science kids and everybody that loves science. And you might be a science kid and an art kid. You might be all of the things. You guys, I promise you, you're all going to like this book. All right. I'm going to read the inscription. Every footprint, from the physical to the digital and the permanent to the fleeting, leaves a mark on Earth telling a story of the past, the present, or the future. Look at that photography. She does a lot of stuff with National Geographic. Look at the bears. Make an impact. And she signed each of these books because we're going to give away some at the end. Oh, look at this. And I'll hold it close up, you guys. Footprints come in all shapes and sizes, colors, and species. Can you guys tell what kind of foot is that? Is that a bob? Yes, it is. It's an elephant. What kind of foot do you think that is? That looks like a little beach birdie. That looks like a little beach bird footprint. Some are large and deep, strong and purposeful. Look at that big elephant. And look, you guys. Look at her stepping in that big giant footprint. What? Look at that big giant bob. Hey, Bob. Others are small and shallow, barely leaving an imprint at all. Look at a fly. Oh, amazing. Look, you guys, look at that detail. Look at that. That's incredible. Incredible. Some have toes, while others have hooves, paws, claws, or talons. So there's the toes. There's hoofs, like a zebra or a horse. And look, that looks like that's a stripy. What animal is all striped and is like a big giant cat? What's that called? A tiger. And look, they like maybe your house cat. And then all birds, talons. Oh, that's a what's that called? That's a buzzard, isn't it? I think that's a buzzard. Footprints can be difficult to spot. Like, look at what they're walking on. That might be kind of hard where they are. You might not see those footprints. Or they can seem so common, we barely notice them at all. Maybe you don't even notice little chicken footprints. Bok bok. You guys any of you guys have bok boks at home? You have chickens at home? Fresh chicken eggs. Hey, Adam Plumber, do you guys got chickens? Am I getting fresh eggs this weekend? Footprints are also as diverse as the people on the planet. Look at that. Look at that. This book is so beautiful just to look at. Look at all those feet. Look at it. Also, hi, Miss Mary, my favorite librarian. I want to make sure librarians watching this tonight, order this book. It's amazing. And please, will you pass this information on to your librarian friends? This is such a good one. They capture adventures at the greatest heights. Look at that. Climbing. That's probably Mount Everest, I'm thinking. This is not something I have on my bucket list. Like Adam Plumber, I bet this might be on a bucket list possibly. Maybe not. But me, being cold, climbing a mountain with little oxygen, I'm like, no. Good. I'm good. And deep under the sea. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I'd probably do this before I do the mountain thing. I just don't like to be cold. Footprints reveal our past. Ha ha, look at that, y'all. And what? Do you see the dinosaur? Look. What do his front paws look more like? Don't they kind of look like talons? That's right. They tell us that birds are related to dinosaurs. And doesn't that kind of make sense when you look at that? I know. And give us a glimpse of the future. Look at that. The Mars rover, you guys. Look at that. See? Even vehicles make footprints. Did you ever think of that? I bet you didn't think of it that way. I didn't. Some footprints last forever, making historic moments. So this is when we went to the moon, and there's still the footprints from when they went up there. How in the world do you think that the footprints never changed. Do you know why? Because it was a movie set? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Because there's no air on the moon. There's no wind to move it. So this footprint that he put down in, what was it, 69? 69? Was that when we landed on the moon? That footprint is still there, exactly as it was when he first stepped foot, because there's no wind to change that footprint. Please correct me on the date we landed on the moon. Others disappear in an instant. Ah, this is my favorite when I go to the ocean and you can write words or draw pictures or put your footprint and whoosh, the ocean just takes it away. Kind of reminds you that it could be, you know what, there and then gone. I love it. Hey, Jessica. Jennnifer, you know what? We do need a link on here. No, they're not available through Crane Miller as Worm Books. Jen, post a link to where is the preferred place to buy these books. Footprints represent people who stood up for change. Rosa Parks, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay, that I know is Martin Luther King, and I'm Lady Liberty. I'm not sure. You'll have to. I don't know. Look at all these people making change for the planet. And Anna, I can't remember her last name. She is young and she is fighting for our planet to take care of itself, for all of our leaders to help us take care of our planet. Footprints hint at new technology that could change how we live. Was there any writing on that page? Oh, and those who strive to follow them. I'm sorry, these were in the past, people in the past, people right now. And then they hint at new technology that could change how we live. And think about that kind of a digital footprint. I know. While reminding us that our way of living impacts everything around us. Look at that. This is Mr. Francis from Bob. Well, Francis was a tortoise, and this is a sea turtle. But you guys, this is why we don't litter. This is why we clean up after ourselves. This is why we need to take care of our earth. We need to be responsible for ourselves so that we don't contribute to making our planet dirty and need to be cleaned up. Footprints can't always be seen, but are traces of ourselves, left wherever we go and whatever we do. Every footprint leaves a mark on the earth, telling a story of the past, the present, or the future. What type of mark will you leave behind? Look, it's a little baby. 69. Whew, I'm glad I was right. And look, you guys, I won't go through all of this, but look at all these facts. It's amazing. This book is amazing. And look, there's a picture of Jen. And there's a little snail leaving a footprint. And I'm going to ask Jen to click the link and join her. And I'm going to put my headphones on. And we're going to talk to her. I got to put my headphones in. And we'll ask her where to buy the book and everything. So now let me make sure she hasn't texted me. Is she on? Oh, there she is. All right. I think we tested this. Come on. What's happening? Hold on. Jen White.
I have no idea what I just did, but it said, should you wait or enter studio? And I'm like, or exit. And I'm like, exit. And then poof. Okay, but we're back. Okay, make sure people are going to be going, wait, where'd she go? So, okay. So let's give it a second for people just in case they think I'm gone. But I don't know. I don't even know if there was I think it might have just stopped on here. But anyway, everybody seems to be coming back. So that's good. I'm just gonna double check it though. Um, okay, we're still live. Okay, good. All right. So welcome, Jennnifer. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me, Michelle. And you did a great job of reading that. I was like, oh, it's so nice to have other people read your books, isn't it? It's beautiful.
It is, and it reads like such a beautiful poem. So it gave me goosebumps. Like, and
Oh,
everything, we all have a zillion things to do. So the most important one doesn't come until it's the most important thing. And I
yes.
hadn't opened the books yet. And so this morning I'm like, oh, I got to read the book. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And you guys, I had been telling Jen, I'm like, well, we'll see if we can get you on if there's time. And once I read it, I'm like, oh, we're making time for this. We're making time for this. So yeah, so Jen, how did you get the idea for for this
Uh,
book?
so I like to say this is the book I didn't know I could write. Um, like you, right? Sometimes your books just come to you, and first of all, it's lyrical. Hello, I am not a poetic person. But I was inspired to write this book by so many different things. And a lot of it was some of the marches, the March for Women, the March for Black Lives Matters, the science, how everybody was excited. And yet I see everything in the world and everyone, it's hard, right? In the world right now. And everyone's like, well, what can I do? And it just kind of came to me like, you are doing something.
Yeah.
Every step we take every day makes an impact on the planet. You just have to try to take it in the right direction and everything will be okay.
Yeah. And you just choose the direction and when you sometimes misstep, you can fix it because
Yes.
I always tell kids like we're allowed to make mistakes. We have to make
Yes.
mistakes because we're allowed to fix our mistakes and go back and change things and fix things and every mistake is fixable. And so that is so good. And I wanted you on here for lots of reasons because I don't think there's some kids that think all books have to be made up and
Yep.
imaginary. And some kids don't think that way. Like whenever I ask, when I'm at school visits, I ask kids when I say, I hear all my characters in my imagination and I can talk to them and I can find out who they are and pretend characters, they show up. And I said, who in this room totally understands that? And like half the kids raise their hand. And
Right.
then I said, "What kids out here go, what are you talking about? You hear voices?" And I said, "Does raise your hand if that makes no sense." And then a bunch of kids raise their hand, and
Yeah.
I think it's such a relief. And so we are both children's book authors and we're so different. So
Yeah.
there might be kids watching right now that are like, I want to make a book, but I love science and I love math, but I couldn't do that then. But look at you.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. There's there's so many different things you can do with whatever you love and with children and children's books in particular. And these were all photographs. So do your
Yes.
books ever have illustrations?
Yes, I have some. So I did a book called Save the Crash Test Dummies, which is way in the back in there, and it's about the history of car safety engineering, but told through the eyes of a crash test dummy, like what
Yeah,
they do throughout their day, right? Which is
that's a that's a
sort of a
really
character, kind of,
that's
right?
a really good idea. Um and I know you do National Geographic, a lot of
I've
books. So a
I've done
lot
some
of
books from them. Yep.
So there's a lot of photography. And so I'm pointing out to the kids that just because you don't draw
Yep.
doesn't mean you can't make books either because there's photography
No.
or they find somebody else to do the
Right.
pictures.
Actually, Tamika Grooms, who was in the SCBWI where you and I met, she's the illustrator of the Save the Crash Test Dummies. She drew the
Oh,
crash test dummies.
that's
So
very
yeah,
cool.
so it was very cool. But the other thing I want to tell kids is when they think of nonfiction, sometimes they think it's boring.
I know. And what about that book was boring?
Right.
What
It
about
can be
crash test
creative
dummies? Like,
and fun.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So don't think that nonfiction books are boring. They shouldn't be. Like, no, they should
They
be
should be.
exciting and interesting.
Yeah, and my favorite teachers, especially in science and math,
Mhm.
the ones that were the most creative to show the concepts, you never forgot those concepts.
Yes.
Like my chemistry teacher had a song about the laws of thermodynamics, and I
Oh, there you go.
still
Yeah,
know
yeah,
all the
yeah.
laws of thermodynamics because of that song in
Yep.
chemistry in high school because he made it fun, and chemistry you can do a lot with. Um, so what it just real fast, I know we're running out of time, but what is your background? Have you always been a book writer?
No, so I actually graduated from the United States Naval Academy with a degree in chemistry. Um, a long time ago, I was in the 10th class that had women. And so I was going to be, I was a teacher. In fact, I still teach middle school science online. But I always wanted to write. I don't know, like you, did you always keep notebooks as a kid?
Oh yeah.
Which hang on
Mhm.
to those parents or kids because when you're older, they're so fun, right? To
Yeah,
go back
and
and
they're
look at.
valuable. They could have nuggets in there, you
They
know?
could. So yeah, about what 14 years ago, I decided to try my hand at writing science books for kids because I wanted to. That's what I loved. So I took two things that I love to do, and I put them together because I started a science club in my garage when I was 7. So
That's
I
the
don't know
best.
how many of you
That's
are young, but you can do
start a
it.
science club, you guys. Start an art club or a science club. That
Yeah, a
would be
STEAM
a
club,
writing club.
yeah, anything.
That's really
Yeah,
a
and
great
all of
idea.
many years later, this is where I am.
Now, how many books do you have published?
Uh, about 46. I'm about to sign my 50th book contract this week, hopefully.
Oh my
Um,
gosh,
Thank
congratulations. That's
you.
amazing.
Yeah,
And you've been doing it for how long?
about 14 years.
Dang girl, you are
Yeah,
moving. You are
yeah.
moving with those books. I always see like it seems like every few months it's another book coming out. I'm like, that girl is like on fire. That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so question before we give away some books. How can anybody order books? Because we have 5 I'm giving away, but everybody needs this book. And there's librarians. I want to make sure what is the best way for them to order this book and any of your books?
So you can visit my website, which is jenniferswansonbooks.com. And that'll take you links to, they have them on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, bookshop.org. If you have a local independent bookstore and they don't have it in the store, they should be able to order it for you. Go to your library and request it, and the
Okay.
librarians will order it. So there's a bunch of different places. You can go to the website. The publisher is Raycraft, Reycraft, Raycraft Books, and you can also go there and buy them.
Raycraft.
Yeah. But if you want to find
Okay.
all of my books, you can just Google Jennnifer Swanson books, and I will come up.
All right,
Um,
perfect. Well, do you want to stay on live while I pick the winner chicken
yes,
dinners? All right.
absolutely.
Here we go. So, and I don't know if you know this, but every week I give away 5 gifts and then people enter all day long and then I draw the winners and they have to claim their prize though because I don't call you.
Ah.
I got to know you watch Storytime. So,
That's a great way to do it.
that's a
Yes.
deal. And for everybody that watched last week cuz I gave away a set of chapter books, I was supposed to give it away on Sunday. Totally forgot. And I still haven't given away. So tomorrow I'll probably do a quick live and announce the winner. So I haven't given those away. Okay, so the winner tonight, chicken dinners, and you have to message me on Facebook, give me your address, and say I'm a winner chicken dinner, and I'll mail out your book. Aaron Whitley in Illinois, congratulations, Aaron Whitley. Kayla Waller in St. Charles, Missouri, congratulations, a winner chicken dinner. Andy McVeigh in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Congratulations. Rebecca Method Victor in Colorado. Congratulations. And finally, you know what? I didn't say it because I didn't even mention. Let me see if people were giving away stars. And then I give away one book to stars winner. And I forgot to say that. So let me see if anybody gave stars this week and I'll pick a stars winner. People donate stars, and when you're donating stars and people, there are lots of stars donors tonight. So stars donors, thank you for already sending stars. If you did, what you're doing is you're donating stars that turn into money that turn into books that I donate to schools. So that's what I do with the stars money. And okay, so then I have to look away and scroll, and then I stop my finger, and it is Lauren Walsh Barney. Congratulations, Lauren Walsh Barney. Message me your address and congratulations. And thank you so much for your stars donation. You have helped send free books to schools in need. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you didn't get a book and you really wanted one and you're kind of sad, kind of mad, you're allowed to feel those feelings. But once you're done feeling those feelings, you guys be happy for the winners. You would want them to be happy for you. And if you want to know what feels even better than getting, it is giving. Give of yourself, give of your time, give of your talents. You'll see, try it. And if you really want the book, you should totally support another author and buy Jen's book. So, all right. Well, we're going to do the pinky promise. Jen, would you like, how about you stay on for the pinky promise? And then
Sure.
you could go if you want to. Otherwise, I'll make you sing on the ukulele. And I don't even think you know the song.
I
But
do
here we
not,
go.
but your Storytime lives are so awesome. I might just have to start attending these every week.
I try to make them fun for the adults too. And they go
Yeah.
really, really fast because I got a lot to say in half an hour. And you can't go wrong with the pinky promise because all you're
Okay.
doing is promising to keep finding your magic and keep putting it out there in the world. So repeat after me. I promise.
I promise.
To be my person. Miss Michelle,
Miss Michelle,
I'm going to follow my heart.
I'm going to follow my heart.
I'm going to follow my dreams
I'm going to follow my dreams
with everything I got,
with everything I got,
no matter what.
no matter what,
No matter what if.
no matter what if.
I've got over 1 million of those pinky promises. I'm making sure these kids find their magic and find their joy, share it with the rest of us, and change the world. And trust me,
Awesome.
there were people talking with you, but normally I never get to hear. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'll let you end your show, but I appreciate it. And it was lots of fun being with you, Michelle.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to have one of your other books on here too, because this is really a lot of fun.
That sounds
So,
fun to me.
all right, you guys, I'm going to let Jen go, but you guys can stay on if you want to for my song to end the night if you got to go. But otherwise, I'll say goodbye after my song. So write your name if you want your name said. All right, bye, Jen. Thanks. All right, how much fun was that? We got to do that more, don't we, y'all? We got to do that more. She is amazing. All right, so I'm going to sing If I Ever Leave This World Alive by Flogging Molly. And it's a very peppy song, and I love the message. And if you think too deeply, it might get a little sad, but I love this song. So, hey, Kennedy. Hello, hello. So, here we go. And then after this, I'll say my goodnights. Look, we did so good. 7:02. Miss Michelle, I'm so proud of you staying on track. If I ever leave this, oh, you know what? Yeah. Oh, I don't like headphones. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I ever leave this world alive, if I ever leave this world alive, I'll take on all the sadness that I left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. So when in doubt, We're almost done together. If I ever leave this world, hey, I may never leave this world. But if I ever leave this world alive, she says I'm okay, I'm alright. Though you have gone from my life, you said it would. Now everything should be alright. She says I'm okay, I'm alright. Though you have gone from my life, you said it would. Now everything should be alright. Yeah, should be alright. Yeah, should be alright. I just love that song. It just gives me so much hope, that there's so much more. All right, you guys, good night, Daphne. Good night, Willa. Good night, Charlotte and Sydney. And good night, Jessica. Good night, Lily and Noah. And let's see, there was good night, Liam and Owen and Finn. Good night, Aria and Kayla. Good night. Oh, no. You guys can hear me. I didn't disconnect my headphones, did I? That is too bad. That is too bad. Let me. It's okay. You guys know the song. You guys didn't hear me. To just and I was away that is suiting guys. Sorry,